What up YouTube, it's your boy Anime Specialist. So my bad if my review for the first Fire Force episode is late. I thought that the first episode was gonna air this Saturday, but it actually aired early this afternoon, so my bad about that. But so far from what I've seen from this anime, it looks amazing. I love the art and animation. This is the thing so far that I like the most about this anime, so let me know what you think about that. But yeah man, I'm gonna talk about a few things. My first impression about the Fire Force anime, the anticipated anime. It was great, man. So the main character of the show is Shinra Kusakabe, and he's a third generation fire soldier. So I've learned throughout this first episode that the more generation you are, the stronger you are of a fire soldier. So he's a third generation, so he's basically stronger than a lot of firefighters from what I've seen in this week's episode. So far I like his character a lot. He's way more level-headed than I thought he would be. He has a special kind of power that not a lot of firefighters or fire soldiers, I should say, have. He has fire coming out of his feet, which is kind of special, you know. It's kind of a special power, I guess, and it looks amazing, man. Like I said, the way that they animate and the art of the fire in this show is amazing, man. The way when he's going really fast, the way that they do it, I really like it. Anyway, I think he's a great character so far, but we learned something pretty interesting. The year that they're at is called the solar year 198, so I can't say a lot about that. I'm not really sure. And the other thing that we learned is that there's monsters called Infernal, and it seems like these Infernal are people that catch on fire, you know. So that's kind of weird because they said something like all over the world people are catching on fire. That's why there's fire soldiers, so that they can protect other people and extinguish, you know, the eternal. From what I've understood, it seems like people catch on fire randomly. Maybe it's someone that makes them catch on fire, but so far we don't really know. But it's interesting, man. It's an interesting concept that all over the world there's some people that catch on fire, and the fire soldiers are there to kind of help them, you know. They're not gonna survive obviously because they caught on fire, but they have to come and help so that their soul can rest in peace, you know. So that's why they have a sister that are there to, you know, pray so that their soul can rest in peace or something like that. I'm not really sure, but like I said, it seems really interesting. We were able to see some early fight. It was kind of nice to see, man. Like I said, the animation and art was amazing. Like it was off the chain. I liked it a lot. So we saw the captain of Team 8 fight. He's named, I think, Akitaru Obi. So he's the captain of Team 8, the same team that Shinra is gonna join. And we saw him fight a little bit. It doesn't seem like he has firepower, but it seems like, you know, he has kind of a costume and where he can use armor and weapons or something like that. So it seems like he's kind of a regular human. We also saw the sister in action. I don't really remember maybe if she had powers or not. Let me know in the comments down below. But I don't really remember a lot from her in this episode, except that, you know, she was taking a shower and there was fan service, you know. Obviously the sister looks beautiful and everything. She's blonde with blue eyes, but I don't remember a lot from what she's done in this week's episode, except praying so that the soul can rest in peace, you know. We also saw another of Shinra's future and current teammate. Her name is Maki, and I'm just gonna say so far she's my favorite character. Her powers are awesome, and they kind of work not the same way as Shinra, but she's another one of those, I think they call them Pirokinetic or something like that. I'm not really sure, but it seems like there's a lot of those guys these fire soldiers that can control fire, and she's one of those. It doesn't seem like she can really, produce fire, but it seems like she can control flames, so she's quite interesting. And every time she uses her power, her eyes glows. Her eyes are already purple, but her eyes glows even more purple, so it's kind of cool. She's probably my favorite character so far. There's also another character on the team. His name is Lieutenant Takehisa Inawa, and I don't know a lot about him, man. I don't know what he does. I maybe have to rewatch the episode, but obviously we'll know more about him in the next few episodes, so I can't really say anything about him except that he's the more serious kind of guy on the team, because the captain is kind of childish. Shinra is kind of childish too, and I think her name is Maki. She's also childish, she's kind of a romantic person or something like that, and obviously she's cute. So right now the lieutenant is the more serious person on the team, so that's the only thing that I can really say about him. I think that there's gonna be some love interest in this series, maybe Shinra and Maki. It seems like they have some chemistry, or maybe Shinra with the sister, which I don't really think is gonna happen because she's a sister and all, but I really think that there's gonna be some maybe love affair or something between Shinra and Maki because of the chemistry that we saw in this week's episode. And Maki, the fan service in this week's episode with Maki is it reveals a lot of things. It seems like there's gonna be something between them, so hopefully it happens. And like I said, Maki is probably my favorite character, not only because she looks really good and she's cute and everything, but her power, which is like Pirokinetic. She doesn't really produce flame, but she can control flame, if it makes sense. They explained a little bit in this first episode how everything happened and what the firefighters fight for, and they basically said that Infernal just appeared one day and that the firefighters' job is to protect the public, help the Infernal, and to find the solution about everything that is happening. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen in this series and how they will find the solution about the Infernal and the fires that are coming all around the world. Now we need to talk about the most important part of the episode, in my opinion, and that's Shinra's backstory. And his backstory is that his mom and his little brother died when he was younger, and everyone is saying that it was his fault, that he was the one that killed them, but it actually wasn't. Even he said that it wasn't him, it was something else, something that was there that day. So he's kind of being framed as the bad guy, as a devil. That's why everyone is calling him a devil, and the way that he's smiling, it scares other people, and that's why they call him a devil. But the reason that he's smiling like that, he said it in this week's episode, is that when he's nervous he's smiling like that. So people are misinterpreting why he's smiling. Obviously in the episode he said what was his goal. He said that he wanted to become a hero, and that's kind of typical of shonen characters. They all have a goal. Naruto is to become Hokage, Asta is to become the Wizard King, etc, etc, but he wants to become a hero, kind of like Deku in My Hero Academia. But the other thing that I want to say is that maybe one of his other goals is to find out who the hell killed his mother and his little brother. So that's another thing that I think is gonna be interesting to see. We haven't really seen his father in this week's episode. I don't know if this firefighter in this screenshot right there is his father, or his father was the guy that wanted to give him to his grandmother. I'm not really sure, but we'll have to see, man. His story seems pretty interesting. it doesn't seem like right now he wants revenge, so that's great. But I'm interested, man. I'm interested a lot in this anime. I think I'm gonna review the rest of the season. I'm gonna see after episode 2. But yeah, man, I like it a lot. The animation and art, the characters, so far it's amazing, man. I think I like it a lot. I think I like it even more than Dr. Stone anime that aired a little bit earlier than this Fire Force anime. At the end of the episode, we saw him defeat one of these infernal. First of all, they have to destroy a core. So every infernal, it seems like they have a core, and then the sister has to pray or something like that, so that they kind of, rest the soul that was in the inferno. So that was kind of interesting. But like I said, so far I like this anime a lot. The animation, the art is amazing. I like the characters. Shinra is really interesting. His backstory is too. And Maki, she's my favorite character so far, man. I like her power, I like her design, I like the fan service from her, but yeah, man, let me know what you thought about this episode and what you think about this anime so far after the first episode. Like I said, I think I'm gonna review this anime weekly, Fire Force, on Fridays, so stay tuned for that. I also do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays. I do Dr. Stone reviews right now on Fridays. I also do Fire Force reviews now on Fridays. I do One Piece reviews on Saturdays, and Kimetsu Yonaiba Demon Slayer reviews on Saturdays also. So there's a lot of animes on my channel right now. I think Black Clover, Fire Force, Dr. Stone, and Kimetsu no Yaiba plus One Piece. So that's 5 animes a week. So 5 reviews a week on my channel right now. So I can't wait to talk with you guys about the anime that I'm reviewing each and every day. The Wano arc in One Piece starts tomorrow, this Saturday, so stay tuned for that, because there's a new director for the series. The animation and art is going to be amazing, and I've heard a lot of great things about this arc, the Wano arc, so I can't wait to know what's going to happen next in the One Piece world. But yeah, man, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, man. Anime Specialist out. Peace.